So you think you want to be
A journalist?
So you think
You want to be a journalist? Well, I've got
The inside scoop. Let me give you
the inside.
So you think you want to be a journalist? Well, let me give you the inside scoop.
So you think you want to be a journalist? Let me give you the inside.
So you think you want to be a journalist? Well, I've got the inside scoop.
Let me introduce you to Emily Lacaze.
L-E-C-O-Z. Hi, I'm Emily Lacaze. I'm the local government reporter for the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal.
Emily's pretty modest when it comes to her career, so I'll give you her stats. Most of her articles not only make the paper, but they're front page, top of the fold. The Daily Journal reaches thousands of homes. It's North Mississippi's print news leader. Now that doesn't include all the people who don't subscribe, who pick up the paper and read it after the owner is finished. And we didn't even add in the browsership. So you think you want to be a journalist? Well, Emily knew, and she got started early.
It's funny, I just found a copy of a newspaper that my friends and I wrote in our neighborhood when we were like in 6th grade.
She says she's always loved English, so writing was natural, but her passion for print doesn't stop there.
In high school, we had some friends and I got together and we did our own underground high school newspaper. In college, there was a college newspaper that I got involved in.
This University of Minnesota Twin Cities graduate says she contemplated before choosing a major in journalism and a minor in French. The ultimate reason why, she says, is easy.
I figured it was something that I could incorporate all of my interest in.
Emily says the opportunities she's had have been limitless.
Well, one thing I like about this job is there really is no average day. Every day is different.
From talking to business people to meeting Morgan Freeman, interviewing Elvis Costello, Pontotoc Perkins, and even the drummer for the 80s sensation Poison, and the list goes on.
Governor Barber knows me on a first name basis, which is kind of weird.
She even became acquainted with the 44th Commander-in-Chief.
Yeah, I got to meet President Obama, which was awesome. That's one of the perks, too, of being a reporter, is that you do have an opportunity to meet very high-profile people and ask them the questions that maybe everybody wants to ask them, but it's your job to do it. Every day is just a totally different ball game.
But with the game comes some challenges, the hardest probably ensuring that you get to play.
You know, I really don't know that there have ever been any obstacles other than finding a job. You know, that's an obstacle in any profession.
But if you want it, Emily says you need to chase it.
In journalism, like in anything else, if this is what you want to do, you just do it.
We'll hear more from Emily, but let's switch gears from print to radio.
You end up coming to Memphis to perform. Hi, I'm Stan Allen. Currently, I work for Urban Radio.
He's the host of 92.5's Brother to Sister Jam Talk,
Power 82 Jam.
and is known to most as Stan the Man Allen. Get this, he has a degree in business administration from the University of Mississippi. I know you're thinking, businessman to host? Well, he says the radio thing just sort of happened.
Actually, I got in radio by accident. I was singing in a group at Ole Miss called The Group. We were a recruiting group for the University of Mississippi. And I went to Houston, Mississippi, which is my hometown, and they asked me, Stan, what are you doing this summer? Would you like to work at the radio station for the summer? And I said, yeah, you know, I got nothing to do. I don't want to work in the field with my granddaddy, so I think what I'll do is do this. So I got into radio, and it's been all smooth sailing ever since.
The career he chose led him to meet some of the industry's most noteworthy musical artists.
Probably the most exciting moment in my life, one, was to meet the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. And meeting Stevie Wonder were two of probably my biggest things.
He's been sailing that radio boat for more than 20 years, and his radio skills allowed him to dock that boat at one of the local television stations. Stan's also a member of the WTVA family.
The general manager of WTVA came to me and asked me, would you be interested in doing a TV talk show since you do a radio talk show?
He had never hosted a TV show, but he thought, why not give it a shot?
But the opportunity was good, and I felt like, you know, if I could cross it over, it's going to be good, so it gave me a chance on ABC and Fox.
But like most things, there can be some difficult moments. Stan says he uses the obstacles as a learning lesson.
The challenges are good because it makes you understand whether or not you really want what you want. Anything that you want out there professionally, there's going to be a challenge. Without a challenge, it's probably not worth having.
So you think you want to be a journalist? Well, Stan doesn't think, he knows. If you could go back and do it all over again, would you?
I'd do the same thing. because this has been a blessing.
We're not through with Stand the Man Allen, but let's turn the tables to a different medium of the media.
Hey everybody, I'm Julie Brown. I work for WTVA, WLOV, WKDH. I anchor and I report.
Hold up, but that's not all she does. Sure, she's sitting on the anchor desk here, but this lady also shoots video, produces, writes for the web, which is much like print. You name it, and if it deals with broadcasting, she pretty much does it.
Philosophy will likely take the legislature into a special session.
This St. Louis University grad has a degree in American literature with an emphasis in Spanish and communication, but she wasn't always a news nerd.
Originally, I went to school, I wanted to become an attorney. I decided on journalism because I really wanted to make a difference.
But even if you pick a field you love, there are still some times when things can become hard. Like Emily, Julie says that's mainly when you want to get a job.
The biggest obstacle, I think, for anybody starting out in journalism is finding that first job. Landing that first job is probably the most difficult of it all, because once you get the first job, the next jobs will be easy.
But she says whether it's journalism or being an attorney, the first job is probably not going to be easy to get.
Every field has its challenges, so you just have to find something that you love, and regardless of the ups and the downs, the hills and the valley, you stick with it.
So you think you want to be a journalist? Well, Julie says this is why she doesn't have any regrets.
The comfort that I get is that not only do I learn something new every day, but I also get to touch the lives of not just one, two, but thousands of people every day.
So you still think you want to be a journalist? Emily, Stan, and Julie are full-time professionals, full-time spouses, and full-time parents. So basically, they have 3 full-time jobs. So you still think you want to be a journalist? Well, they'll tell you how to handle it all.
It's a rewarding balance.
I thought my career was a lot more fun when I didn't have, a child and a mortgage and, all the other things that come with being, I guess, an adult.
It's like juggling.
I wouldn't go back for anything, but I certainly was more productive before all that.
One ball you may have to toss higher than the other, but you just balance it all.
You got to divide what's necessary and what's not necessary.
Okay, if you think you're ready, we have a bit of lasting advice for you.
My advice for you is if you are serious about wanting to be a newspaper reporter, start reporting. If there are no opportunities, create your own newspaper. And there's nothing that should prevent you from doing what you want to do and doing it now.
I think my first advice would be to make sure this is what you want. When you looking for something positive to do, you got to find something that's going to make you satisfied. It's going to make you, no matter what you have to do to accomplish it, as long as it's right, and as long as God is in it. If you got that in it, I think it's going to be a plus for you.
But the person that gets the job is the one who's determined. If you look at this as an opportunity to live the rest of your life doing something that you love, you fight for it.
So you think you want to be a journalist? Well, you just got the inside scoop. Now it's all up to you.
You gonna hear me talking about?
So you think you want to be a journalist? Well, let me give you the inside scoop.
So you think you want to be a journalist? Let me give you the inside scoop.
So you think you want to be a journalist? Well, I've got the inside scoop.